Good afternoon, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to our Forex update for the day. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Euro US dollar first. You see you're having a bit of a sell-off today, and this obviously on the 4 hour. Kind of looks like we're in this range here, aren't we? We didn't quite hit the bottom of the range, so we sort of faded the bottom, faded the top, but we are now actually I say we're losing it. We did basically wick below it, but I would say we're at this level again now. But we did come pretty hard, so yeah, I mean, you would expect some sort of continuation off a move like that. So are we going to come down and test in here, or do we get supported here and stay in this range? Like I said, I mean, with a move down like this, you wouldn't expect it just to stop here, so maybe we'll play out this range a little bit here, and then potentially pop back into this one. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But certainly, as you can see here on the daily, we wicked below, had a little bit a liquidity hunt above these highs, then got slammed down again, and then all getting slammed down more now. So yeah, I mean, does it still look like a topping formation, or does it look like a topping formation? Not at the moment, because obviously we've got highs, higher highs, and lows and higher lows. So realistically, until we take out this horizontal, you would still have to have a bullish bias for this asset. And yeah, you can see the daily 21 is there. So obviously you'd realistically want to regain the daily 21, which then again would put us back into this range here. See if there's anything TDY on the 12 hour. No, there isn't, and on the 4 hour there wasn't when we just looked at that also. So yeah, a little bit of a sell-off into Friday in this. So we'll have to see how that works going forwards. Cable, yeah, cable obviously having a similar move down as well. We'll go over to that daily first. Yeah, I mean, strange candles these are. Obviously, big move up and close, big move down and close, big move up and close, big move down. And will we get the close down here around the daily 21 again? Well, we'll see. We've got 8 hours to go, so that's a long 8 hours to go, really. But realistically, I'd probably say I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I mean, my bias would be with this range, just because we spent more price action here, and obviously we are in the middle of the range at the moment, not unlike yesterday where we closed. But yeah, daily 21 around here as well. So maybe we're gonna trade. A lot of these markets do look like they're just sort of flagging out a bit, and just sort of in a holding pattern until we get some more clarity or some more more decision. Yeah. 4 hour 9 there. We must have looked at this yesterday. 4 hour 9 and the 12 hour 9. Dollar index again still has no, it hasn't. Yes, it has. No, has it, hasn't it? It's basically the daily 21. I was gonna say, has it regained the daily 21 yet? It's there. It's at it. So it's got a decision to make. Is it going to break above it? I mean, I wouldn't expect it to. And if it did, I'd expect us to get rejected here, but I wouldn't expect it to, but if it does, it does. And if we get above here, then we could be looking at a potential medium-term change of trend here, and short-term as well, actually, come to think of it. But yeah, it probably might feed through to the medium-term. So yeah, nothing TD-wise to look at there on the dollar index, and nothing TD-wise there on the 12-hour. And the 4-hour did give us that 9 here, didn't it? But not really much else. So yeah, this was more of a break back above, a back test of the horizontal, and now bounced off it and heading back up. So euro pound on the daily, yeah, obviously big move down yesterday, moved down today, but we've come back up. So we are currently holding this line. Currently holding this line, sorry, for the third test. 1, 2, 3. You know how we feel about triple bottoms. So yeah, I mean, taking that out, I think we will obviously see the bottom of the range, but it's trying its best. It is trying its best here. It is trying its best to try and, I say regain this channel, but I mean just to try and get some upwards bias. Nothing really TD-wise looking at any of those. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. I believe this is one that we look at where it's basically just, in a range, not doing a lot. I mean, as you can see, not really much at the moment we can do analysis wise on this. It's just not really doing a lot. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, another one of the ones having a bit of a pullback. There's your daily 9. So yeah, sell below there, buy once we break above, which we didn't quite actually reach today. And it was a wick anyway rather than a close, but I mean, even if you were more aggressively buying, they didn't manage to push you up to it. But yeah, we are coming down, so realistically below here, I would expect more downside, but again, it's kind of looking like a holding pattern, basically at the highs. So not necessarily the worst thing for us to be doing. Yeah, nice for our buy 9 there as well. US dollar, Japanese yen, over to that daily first. Yeah, so you can see, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's breaking down. It does look like it's breaking down, but again, it's taking its sweet time over this. You can kind of see it is taking its time. So realistically, I'd wait for the breakout, either above this high here to trigger a move up to here, and then if you break that higher, or well below here, I would say. Cable pound yen on the daily. Yeah, on the daily, this is well, it's certainly testing the daily 21. Mediocre moving average posture. But yeah, I mean, if we lose day 21, I think we will see more downside, and we have obviously got rejected at this high again, and we have lost this trend line. So, I mean, if we close anywhere down here, we'll probably have to have a now bearish bias for this asset. Obviously, you can see the moving average on the 12 hours is obviously a lot better than the daily, but yeah, you can kind of see we are in a bit of a range, and we're at the bottom of the range, and we're lower than a lot of the previous lows. So. Yeah, I'll be careful being long this one, obviously. Yeah, you can kind of see it more on the daily. Yeah, sorry, 2 day. Let's wait on the day. Yeah, daily 200 is probably a target, I would say. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, on the daily. Yeah, we're getting held by the trend line, by the horizontal. So is that going to be the break above here? It could be. It is looking quite constructive here. It is looking quite good. Yeah, it is looking relatively good. Yeah, so realistically, you could have been long off this trend line. If not, maybe wait for a breakout above these highs. Euro, Japanese yen. This is obviously getting hit a bit. So yeah, we lost a trend line and lost a horizontal, and obviously you can see that that basically accelerated to the downside as you'd expect. This is an initial target, and then I mean maybe a bounce here, play out this range, maybe lower. We'll have to see it in real time, but it does look like it's making a beeline for here after losing those two levels. Yeah, there's the acceleration on the 12-hour 9. We talk about accelerations on 9s. It was a 12-hour that sort of broke this level. So if you were like trying to front run this 9, thinking we're going to get a bounce at this confluence of support, we actually accelerated through it to the downside. So that's why I don't necessarily trade on the 9 candle. Wait for the trade to break above or below it. US dollar, Canadian dollar on the daily. Yeah, it's still in the downtrend, kind of in a bit of a pattern here, kind of a bit of in a trading range down here. Not really a lot we can make on this 12-hour, looking a bit like an ascending triangle here, so maybe we will get a test up to the daily 21 possibly is on the cards. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. But if we do get obviously rejected by this, oh, what have I done? I moved something. Let's get rid of this, undo that, get that back. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we have obviously got the trend line coming down here that we're close to, but I think if we do get back above here, we may start to play out some higher prices. Right, Aussie dollar, US dollar on the daily. Yeah, consolidating highs, not looking bad at all. Consolidating at highs in this range, in the top half of this range, supported by the daily 21. I mean, it looks good. It looks good until it doesn't. Yeah, breaking above here would probably accelerate us to the upside. Breaking basically above these highs would probably take us higher. So yeah, other than that, they're in a bit of a range, so I'd probably wait to a confirmation either above here or below there. New Zealand dollar, US dollar on the daily. Is this going to put in a head and shoulders? It is looking like we do want to come lower. This is a level and daily 200. Will we get a bounce there and print a head and shoulders? Maybe. Not much TD wise there. Not too much. I mean, it clearly has a downward bias, but it's got a lot of Brownian motion in there. US dollar, Swiss franc on the daily. Yeah, I mean, it's in this triangle. It's looking like it wants to test the top of it again. I mean, if we break out of it, I mean, clearly, yeah, upside. If we break down, downside. But obviously, bias would be to the downside. And not a lot TD wise. I believe we did get a TD9 down here. Yeah, TD9. And once we broke above that, back inside this, we had obviously a short squeeze. US dollar, Brazilian real. So this is yeah, trying to make progress. Obviously got that 1209 coming in a bit of no man's land, getting a bit toppy. So yeah, mate, I think we will react off this 1209. How far we come down, even if it's just a test. If it's just a test of this horizontal and some sideways trading, maybe possibly. But yeah, but generally speaking, it's looking bullish. US dollar, Mexican peso. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, it looks like it wants to come down. Let's get it on the daily. I mean, yeah, you can see we got rejected above here, and now it does look like we yeah, we want to come and test this bottom and see if we can take it out. That's what I'd say. Daily 200 around this horizontal also is a target. So yeah, we have got some yeah, so there we go. That's what we're thinking with that. Yeah, I do have a bearish bias for this. Yeah, US dollar, Turkish lira. Yeah, so I think this obviously had its daily 9, had a sell-off, and now look to be try and make progress back up and back above it. So yeah, I mean, if we get back, I mean, this is obviously looking bullish. The daily 9 looks like it slowed us down to sideways, and if we take basically the high out here, then yeah, I'd expect more upside. That's realistic what I'll be looking at this. That is the trade that I'll be looking at to take in this if I was going to take one. So yeah, there we go, guys. So remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys later on today.